Hi everyone, I'm Nate.
I'm Sarah.
And welcome back. And if you're new, then welcome.
Hit that subscribe button.
Oh yeah, hit that like and subscribe button right now. Okay, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about things that we wish we knew when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
We're only... How old are we?
24.
We're only 24, and I already can think of so many things that, like, a wave of emotions or a thought will pop into my head, and I will think, why did I think blank when I was younger?
Mm-hmm.
Or why did I not feel this way when I was younger?
There's so many things that I wish I could tell younger me.
How many things do we have? Okay, so we have 6 things today. I'm sure...
This is gonna probably be a reoccurring video.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things, we just came up with 6 real quick.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 1. Other people do not care as much about you as you think they do.
Yes.
Like, everyone is so caught up in what they're doing in their own world that they are not being nearly as critical as you think they are.
People obviously think about you, but people aren't thinking about you as critically as you think they are because they're worried about themselves.
Exactly. And the people who are being that critical, when you really think about it, you don't really care about those people anyways, because you're like, at least you shouldn't, because those aren't the people you want in your life anyways.
Yeah, you want the people that are uplifting you.
Exactly. I can think of so many times when I was younger where I would literally be like, really focused on walking a certain way, like looking good or normal while I'm walking. Like something as simple as that. And now that I think about something like that, I'm like,
He's like,
no
one's looking at me walking.
Cares.
Or if someone does care about how I'm walking, why do you care about how I'm walking?
Yeah, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, so number 2 is that being remembered for being nice is way better than being remembered for being popular. In my experience, I actually remember people who are nice more than I remember the popular people, if maybe say they weren't exactly nice.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh sorry.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, when you're younger, you think that it's more important, or not more, I don't know. When you're younger, you put more value on other people liking you. When you think about it though, it's like, what's more important is that other people feel liked by you. The people that you really think are like incredible people, it's not because everybody liked them, it's because they made you feel liked.
Exactly.
They made you feel good.
Exactly.
And I feel like the younger you are, I won't put a number on it because everyone's different, but the younger you are, it's like the more focused you are on yourself being likable, when the truth is that you showing a interest and like care for other people has a higher value, and it's way less stressful. It's way less stressful to think about why you might like this person in front of you, like why this person and you could be great friends, rather than like, how can I be likable? Like, why would this person like me? You know, like...
I'm not saying that popular people are always mean. This is not what I'm saying at all. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Don't want to have that be confused. But I feel like in the end, you will be more popular for being nice.
Yeah.
Than for like having the flashiest clothes or like whatever. So really I'm just saying be nice. Be nice to people.
Yeah. Number 3 is knowledge is more powerful than you will ever know. I think it's really easy to get caught up in like the same things over and over again, where it's like, now as I'm getting older, I'm like, I just want to learn more and more and more and more. Yeah. And I know I'll never run out of things to learn. And also the more I explore, the more I realize how interested I am in all these other things that, like, according to different labels, I wouldn't have been interested in. Nate and I have talked about this a lot, where I talked about, like, I wish that I hadn't been... I had a lot more of a passion for math and sciences when I was younger, but, I mean, studies show, it's like, as you get older, particularly as a woman, it's like, that's not really for you. So you kind of...
Math and science is not marketed toward women.
Yeah. It's not pushed towards women.
No.
So, but there's a lot of different subjects like that where I'm like, when I was younger, I didn't think that I would be interested in something, so I didn't bother even trying.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now I'm like, I have the slightest interest in this thing, so I'm going to buy 5 books on it and just give it a go.
Yeah.
And I think every time I've done that, I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have to know everything about blank.
She really has. It's been super cool to watch.
And everything in this world is connected somehow. So it's like, as I learn more about these like random things, the more I'm learning about everything else as well.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the more you know, the better off you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more you know, the better. You can always learn more.
And
knowledge
the more you know,
truly is power.
Then you also can help others learn more as well, you know?
That is such a big thing. Like, not only just collecting knowledge, but bringing that knowledge to other people is very, very important.
Because a lot of times when I'm learning new things, it's like, there will be, like, I'll be absorbing, like, a huge amount of content, and then kind of, like, the highlights of that is what I'll share.
Mm-hmm.
And I love when people do the same thing for me, because then it's like it's a very efficient way to learn the highlights of everything.
Yeah.
And then you can decide what you want to dive more into yourself.
Exactly. All right, so number 4 is just in general, it's not the end of the world. There are so many moments that I can think of. You know what I'm saying. Like, is that those moments where I'm just like, oh, I just ruined this. This is like the end of me. Everyone's gonna hate me because of this, or like whatever.
I'll never get another chance to do blank.
Yeah, yeah.
If this doesn't work.
It's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true.
I'm still
That's
working on that.
Oh, I'm still working on that too. Literally, I still think about like things that I messed up like years ago, and I'm like, that really does not matter like at all.
Yeah.
Because this goes hand in hand with like, it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Mistakes are lessons.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on how you use that mistake.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't even call it a mistake. It literally is just a lesson.
Yeah.
You just learned a way that something didn't work.
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of ties back to the last one. I'm like, I feel like I let go of like maths and sciences too early. Like, I wish I had held on to that. But I'm like, it's not too late.
No,
But I'm like, I can still explore and learn about these things, even if it's not in like a structured classroom or something like that. And then I'm like, I keep telling myself too that I'm like, if I really did decide that I'm like, you know what? I love design and I love creating, but I really want to go study space or something. I'm like, I am only 24. Heck, even if you're like 40, you could still go study space. So, yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5. The school system is messed up.
Mm-hmm.
It goes for, I would say, the majority of schools.
Yes.
Definitely the system that Nate and I were in, Portland Public Schools. There's a lot of things that you kind of have to fend for yourself.
Yes.
Like, if you have an interest in something, you really kind of have to push for it on your own to make it happen.
Mm-hmm. You really have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
In, I think, most public school systems, you have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
I can't speak on private schools because I've never been to a private school, but...
Yeah, if you need help with something, you have to seek it out yourself. It sucks, but it's true. I wish I had known younger that I'm like, you just kind of have to go for it.
Mm-hmm. If there are any teachers watching this, we know that the school system is not messed up because of you, by the way.
True.
We love you. My mom is a teacher. She's been a teacher for, a countless amount of years. And we've had so many conversations on different things that the school system does that we both just kind of don't agree with.
Yeah.
I think that...
They let down the students and the teachers.
They really, really do.
Yeah. They don't set the teachers up for success.
There's a quote, I wish I had it so I could read it word for word, but it was basically like, wouldn't it be crazy if we found children's talents and what they were interested at a young age and encourage that instead of feeding them down the same path that everyone goes down, instead of nurturing their natural talents and interests?
There's not a whole lot of focus on, or at least it doesn't seem like it, a lot of focus on overarching skills rather than like specific things. So like critical thinking skills and creativity and things like that can be applied to anything.
Yes.
So that like moving forward you're set up to explore other things as well. I was watching a video today where they were saying it's like something like 60 or 65% of jobs that our children will have don't even exist yet. So it's impossible for us to prepare them like specifically for that position, for that job.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's like moving forward, it's like what we need to be focused on are these like life skills. Most likely your school isn't going to teach you everything you need to know.
No, yeah.
So it's important to learn how to educate yourself as well as school. Like stay in school.
Yes.
School has a lot of value to it as well, but it's important to learn how to educate yourself early and explore these things and teach yourself new things in addition to what you're learning in school.
Also, like just the school system in general teaches you or tells you that like you go from high school, you go to college, then you get a job, and that is not how it always goes.
Yeah.
A lot of people that go to college for various degrees end up with a job that has nothing to do with their degree. And some people go to college for a degree where they're like, I don't know why I went to college for this degree because I did not need this degree.
Yeah. There's been times where I've gone to like, or I've met people that have very high up roles, say in like design, and when I've asked them like what did they study, they studied, my favorite one was she studied to be a librarian, but she ended up working really high up at a design agency. So you never know. So you have to be able to teach yourself to get to where you want to go, because your interests are going to change.
So the sixth and final one is don't think about the future so much. You definitely should think about your future and
prepare for it.
Yeah, kind of prepare and plan for it as much as you can, but don't think about it so much because first, so many things are going to change. So many things are going to change in your own mind. The things that you're interested in, and the things that you want to do are going to change. And if you're thinking about the future so much, you are not enjoying or being present in what is currently happening.
Yeah.
And there are so many things that are worthy of your attention and that are happening in the present that you may miss because you're thinking about the future.
Not to mention if you plan for like a specific future and then another interest like comes your way, it makes it so much harder to try to shift gears.
That interest is going to feel more like a roadblock than it is going to feel like
an opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like, wait, that's not in my future that I built.
Not to mention also focusing on your future can be great, but focusing on your future in like too many specifics will set yourself up for a lot of, I think, disappointment in a lot of ways. Like you can surpass that like future that you prepared for, definitely. But like if you define your version of success like very tightly and very specifically, things change. And so you might not end up in that like specific definition of success. So then where your future leads you might seem disappointing from that standpoint.
When really, it's not disappointing at all.
Yeah. Now we got off our soapbox.
Yeah.
Can we share a soapbox or do we need our own?
I think in this one we shared a soapbox.
Okay.
So that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We really, really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.
You should post down below what are things that you wish you knew younger. We're only 24. We have so much more to learn.
Oh yeah, give us some things that you wish you knew when you were younger.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, bye.